In the heart of Boston's North End, on a cold January afternoon in 1919, life bustled like any other day. Horses clattered down cobbled streets, children played by the waterfront, and Italian immigrants returned home from the docks. But within minutes, an unimaginable disaster would turn the city sticky, deadly, and unforgettable. This is the story of the Great Molasses Flood of 1919. Subscribe today for more weird stories from history. Towering 50 feet high and 90 feet across, the massive steel tank at 529 Commercial Street belonged to the United States Industrial Alcohol Company. It held over 2.3 million gallons of thick, dark molasses, imported from the Caribbean and destined for rum and munitions. But the tank was a ticking time bomb. Local residents had long complained. The tank groaned, leaked, and even rumbled ominously. Children would collect molasses from the rivulets that seeped from its base. Company officials painted it brown to hide the leaks, a cosmetic fix for a structural failure. At 12:40 p.m., the tank erupted. Witnesses described a sound like a machine gun, steel rivets popping, then a thunderous roar as over 2 million gallons of molasses burst forth. A 25-foot high wave surged through the streets at 35 miles per hour. It weighed 26 million pounds. Buildings were crushed, the firehouse was torn from its foundations, and people were trapped in a rising tide of syrup. Horses drowned. Freight cars were hurled. A child was sucked into the wave and vanished. In total, 21 people died, and over 150 were injured. First responders struggled. The cold January air hardened the molasses into a glue-like trap. Rescue dogs had to be cut free from the syrup. Navy sailors and Red Cross workers fought to find survivors beneath the dark ooze. It took 4 days to find all the bodies. Cleanup took weeks. Fireboats pumped seawater onto the streets. Workers used sand, salt, and even sawdust. The molasses spread far and wide. Some say the Boston Harbor ran brown until summer. Locals claimed they could smell molasses for decades. A class action lawsuit followed, the first of its kind in Massachusetts. Investigations revealed poor design, rushed construction, and corporate negligence. The tank's walls were too thin. Its builder couldn't read engineering blueprints. The company was forced to pay over $600,000 in damages. The Great Molasses Flood became a strange legend, a punchline in some circles, but it led to serious changes. Engineers began enforcing safety regulations. Permits and inspections became standard practice in industrial construction. Today, a small plaque marks the site. It reads, "On January 15th, 1919, a molasses tank burst." But the real memorial lives in the story, a bizarre, tragic chapter in American history that reminds us how human error, no matter how sweet the cargo, can be catastrophic. History is full of bizarre stories. Ensure you like and subscribe for more.